There goes the buzzer. That means 60 seconds remaining. The adrenaline must be starting to rise there. Always interesting to see how the different drivers manage their different adrenalines well. But this is the qualifying heat for groups B and D for the Rotax Junior class. These youngsters getting ready to do battle for the final time that's going to determine where they will sit on the pre-final tomorrow, or do any of them have to go through to the second chance heat to determine whether they're able to and where they're able to line up at towards the rear of the pre-final grid. Remember, it doesn't mean that you're out of it, because we've had quite a few drivers this season that have been able to work their way through that grid come pre-final time. But 5 seconds time and they're going to be released onto the circuit. 2 formation laps, remember. The first one they'll take rather quickly. Here we go. They're released onto the circuit. It's the final time today for the Rotax Junior class. In pole position, we have the 49 car of Glenn Van Berlo with Dirk Seefried alongside him on the front row. Second row is Kilian Meyer and Laszlo Toth. Row 3 is Tom Canning and Sebastian Essner, with the fourth row is made up of Laurie Lepper and Lucas Donaire. Row 5, Titus Shanghai Schmidley and Max Pilker. Row 6 is Andre Walter and Joe Phillips. 7th row is Antoine Perceval and Pepin Krajeveld. And on the 8th row, Kamenok Atsemi and Madeline Radney. And on the 9th and final row, Daniel Netyagovsky and Dean Valence. That's your 18 drivers ready to race for 8 laps around this Sette Lage circuit. Beautiful sunshine here at the Sette Lage circuit, which was not guaranteed today. As you'll know from the interviews that we've been playing, recorded over the last couple of days, it was not guaranteed. We were expecting thunderstorms and rain today. Thank goodness that has passed, and we've just got glorious weather to be able to focus on the racing. You can see how this track rubbers in. Hopefully the cameras pick it up, that you can see the very dark lines taking the racing lines around all of these corners. Well, the rain actually got rid of that completely. That left it looking quite a clean circuit. So it doesn't take long for that to go. Fortunately, it doesn't take long for it to come back either. Grip levels back to what they expect it to be. So now they can get themselves focused and ready as they line themselves up, heading round turn number 9. For the final time before hopefully the lights will be going out. They're slowing down. They're in their 2x2. They're getting themselves lined up ready before they even come round turn number 10. Remember that Glenn Van Berlo is in control of the speed that they are going, at which point he's decided to slow down. They're heading towards the marshals with the yellow flags, who's just making sure that everybody is where they should be. And then they'll make their way around the left-hander of turn number 11. Then the final turn, number 12, into the corridors. Here they come round. The engine notes are already starting to rise and they're in the corridors. Everybody seems happy. Through they go. And for the first time, the lights have not gone out. That's the first time today. So, no, that's the first false start that we've had this day. They obviously weren't happy with everything. I don't know whether they felt they just went that little bit too soon there. So they'll go through in another formation lap. And they'll be even more forceful with their gestures to confirm that they need to slow down. They need to get themselves in the corridor. They need to get themselves in the rows that they're supposed to be. Remember, everybody's desperately trying to dive towards the inside for turn number 1. So, but they don't want them diving before too early. Making their way down towards turn number 9, the right-hand hairpin. Just lining themselves up ever so steadily. They need to make sure they're going very cautious. Everybody's caught up. You don't want to be going slower than necessary at the front because somebody's miles off the back. And they make their way down to the left-hand hairpin, turn number 10. They are lined up in the 2x2, in the 2 corridors, making their way down towards the marshals that will just get them to slow down. There's one of them just hanging back off the back. Is that Dean Valence in the 34 car, but is now back up, joined in. The marshals step out of the way. They're happy at that stage. At turn number 11, making their way towards the right-hander of turn 12, and this is the all-important part. Are they happy? They're being told to slow down, slow down, slow down. Are we going to get going this time? The lights are indeed out, so they head down towards the first corner, and it's all systems going. It's car number 49, Glenn Van Berlo, that has indeed managed to convert that pole position into already a bit of daylight for a change here between him and Dirk Seefried. Don't expect that to last long. but a couple have just been bounced back further down the grid. But nice conversion of pole position there by our leader Glenn Van Berlo. Just behind is Dirk Siegfried, but he's been put under some massive pressure already as they head round the restaurant corner. Or somebody's looking to make a move up the inside. That was car number 50 there. Was it 50? It looked like it was, Richard Andre Walter. What a start he'd have if that was the case. From the 6th row, he suddenly appeared from nowhere and was right up there in the mix, but I think was just a little bit offline, but still in the lead. It is Glenn Van Berlo, the 49 car. Look at this, we've got a challenge being made for second position already. The 38 car of Tom Canning up there in third position, made up 2 positions already, and is knocking on the back door of Dirk Siegfried. Siegfried knows that he's going to be there, and joining the party, of course, is number 36. Laurie Lepper has moved up 3 positions, but it's incredible that Walters moved up 6. But the ones that really missed out there is Killian Meyer is down to 9th position. And Sebastian Essner's down 5 positions as well. But look at this side by side through the restaurant corner, and it looks like Canning has now just jumped up another position. Indeed, Tom Canning is now up to 2nd position, and Siegfried is already under pressure from the 36 car of Laurie Lepper. All of this is allowing Glenn Van Berlo to just disappear up towards the front, and he needs to get the maximum number of points. He's got a 2nd and a 2nd, but at the moment he's up there in the lead. So can he leave this at only 4 points, which will put him ahead of Axel Charpentier? Well, actually that'll make them level on points, so it'll be interesting to see how that one's going to play out. He probably would be behind as it happens, but he can't get himself any closer. But what is Tom Canning going to do now he's up there in 2nd? I saw his Twitter feed saying he's been very happy with the testing that he's done here. And he's delivering now. We're at the sharp end of the weekend, isn't he? Is he going to carry that into Sunday? We'll have to wait and see. 2 laps down already. Glenn Van Berlo still has that lead, but with chasing Tom Canning. Siegfried is losing another place because through goes Laurie Lepper, the number 36 car, made that move as they got to the right-hand hairpin, turn number 9. He just lined it up, scythed up the inside, nice and cleanly, not an ounce of contact. Through he goes. Siegfried is now down to 4th position from the front row of the grid. Through they come again, as we confirm, Laurie Lepper is in 3rd. Down to 4th is Siegfried, but I don't think he's finished just yet, is he? Because you could see he was really looking forward and getting himself het up for this race. In 5th position is the 44 car of Percival. Semi in 6th. 7th is Meyer, just starting to recover a little bit there. Schmidley in 8th. Essner and Phillips round out your top 10. It looks like we've got everybody running at this stage, and it's an interesting gap there that Van Berlo's got, because it's not enough for him to 100% relax, but he's not being put under any pressure. So if he just focuses on his own lines, his own speed, he can just, hopefully for him, maintain that gap. It's kind of equidistant between the top 3, but Siegfried has no gap behind him because he's put under masses of pressure from Percival. The 44 car is all over the back of him with the head down for the 116 of Artsemi, trying to move on up. Essner, the 117 car, has just managed to move up into 8th ahead of Schmidley, who drops down 1 position as they go up back onto the back straight again for the 5th time. And it is very much equidistant between those front 3, with then the 2 joined together of Siegfried and Percival. That's the key battle at the moment. But we know that changes in the absolute blink of an eye. Look at that, Percival. Or is he lining it? I thought he was going to have a look up the inside heading in towards turn 9, but not quite close enough. He's just making sure that Siegfried can feel the pressure. And you never know. Is he trying to pressurise Siegfried into a mistake? And it's going to take quite a lot to force Siegfried into a mistake, I think. I don't want to tempt fate there. But the front 3 are just kind of stretching away, keeping himself equidistant. But purple sectors there from Laurie Lepper in 3rd, so it could well be that Laurie Lepper's the one that's going to try and join onto the back of these 2. But incidentally, that time round, Tom Canning, sort of through the twiddly sections on the far side here, has managed to close in on Van Berlo. Is he going to not quite managed to take enough momentum through that back straight? I was about to question whether he's going to make a lunge into the restaurant corner, but not quite close enough by the looks of that. But if he keeps the momentum going, heading into these hairpins, he could well be close enough, you know, come turn 10. As they head down towards that turn number 10. No, not quite. Just got on the power. And we've got the... Yes, Siegfried has indeed been passed as through has gone. Percival is through to fourth position, and I believe that changed a couple of times in that lap there. Front two, look at them now. They are joined together. I suspected this might happen. Tom Canning has moved himself up there, and this could deny the 0-point haul from this race for Van Berlo. It's exactly what he wanted, to be level on points with, I think Axel Charpentier is going to be on 4 points as they head down towards Restaurant Corner, turn towards the camera, diving up the inside, and there goes the move by Tom Canning. You knew that it was coming, and this is on the penultimate lap. Now, is it ideal or is it a lap too soon? Because it still gives another lap after this for Van Berlo to try and take that lead back again. He had the pole position and he was enjoying being in the lead, but Tom Canning from 5th on the grid was not going to hang about for long. He's got himself up there. Is Laurie Lepper going to be able to close onto the back of these two? Now they're starting to fight. Not at the moment. 4th position still held by Percival. Siegfried in 5th. Oh, and we look to the far side. It does look off for a second. I thought Van Berlo was going to try and make a move up the inside into turn 3, the S's, but not quite close enough to be able to do it. Heading down the back straight for the final time. This is going to be the crunch time. Down towards Restaurant Corner. It does look as though Van Berlo is in the window to be able to make some kind of lunge. It's the last lap, he knows it, not being able to make a lunge that time, but is he carrying the momentum through to make a move on one of these hairpins? I don't think he needs to be too worried about Laurie Lepper behind, because Laurie's not close enough to make a move at this stage. Is that the final chance gone? Is Tom Canning now secured this victory? And he did that 2 laps from the end. He's coming through turn 11, turn 12. Then he's going to come through to take the checkered flag and the victory. There he goes. Tom Canning from 5th on the grid takes a fabulous victory. Glenn Van Berlo follows him home very closely in 2nd, with Laurie Lepper just taking, in the end there, slightly watching brief for 3rd position. Percival does indeed secure that 4th, moving up 9 positions from grid position. Absolutely brilliant. 5th is Siegfried, Kieran Meyer in 6th position, and then it's Artsemi in 7th, Essner 8th, Phillips 9th, Schmidley in 10th, 11th is Lucas Donaire, 12th Netiogowski, Laszlo Toth in 13th position, Vilence in 14th, 15th was Madeline Radney. She made up a good few positions towards the end of that race. Great performance there. 16th is Walter. That's interesting because Andre Walter made that great first lap that got him up to the sharp end, but finished in 16th position. Pilker struggled in that one, dropping 7 positions to 17th. And Krajevelt finishes in 18th. Everybody finished. That is the juniors for today, and we look forward to seeing how the math crunches to see who's going to sit where on the pre-final grid come tomorrow.